Hello my peeps, my name is Kat aka Kakibot, and normally I make videos about Edinburgh and Scotland and living here and traveling around here, but today this video is all about me. Yeah, I don't do those often. Or, I don't make videos that are just about me and don't really bring much informational value, but believe me, this video is made because I need your opinions on some things that do actually have something to do with making videos, so stay tuned. If you're watching this, then I'm assuming you're one of those subscribers who are actually kind of interested in how I'm doing and what I'm doing with my life, so that's also probably, a good match between you and this video, so yeah, keep watching please. There are 3 things that I want to talk about, and let's just jump to the most exciting one, which is we're engaged! Yay! No, I made mess. I probably broke my microphone. Is it okay?
It's making a lot of noises now.
Well, it's better than if it wasn't making any noises. It's actually quite a huge surprise to me that none of you noticed from all the pictures where I accidentally left my ring on Instagram and probably even in some of these videos. Yeah, none of you pointed out ooh, a ring, you never wear a ring. Where's that ring from? What is it about? Except for one of you. So hello Bernadette, you managed to catch me. A lot of people are usually asking us what the story is about how Simon proposed, and there's kind of it's a 2-parter. The first the first question was popped on our anniversary, on our 9th anniversary, so yeah, we've been waiting quite a long time. Or should I say I have been waiting? No, it's okay. Gender equality, I could have asked him, right? Anyway, 9th anniversary, he came at me with this, which if you've ever played the game called Stardew Valley, you know that in Stardew Valley, if you like one of the other villagers, you can go to the beach on a rainy summer evening, and from a very mysterious sailor figure, you can buy the mermaid's pendant, and you give it to whoever you intend to marry in the game, which is really cute. And I got one of these, and for a bit I wasn't quite sure if it meant what I thought it meant, and to be honest, for the next 3 months I kept coming to Simon saying are you sure you want to marry me? Did you not just say that because I asked if that's what it meant, and then you felt too embarrassed to admit that that's not what you meant? So I do hope that it was what he meant. Anyway, later on, he insisted on getting me a ring. I don't really wear rings, but we together found a really cute ring. I'm gonna shoot a little detail of it later, but it's here. This is from Alison MacLeod, who is a Scottish jewellery maker, and this specific ring is the Catkins ring, which is inspired by the Catkins willow. There's those little fuzzy things that fall off trees. Long, cute. And I just love the word catkins. I think that it's in my top 10 words in the English language, so I thought I need the catkins, please. So yeah, I got my catkins ring. I'm gonna link the jewelry maker down below because to kind of get back to what I was saying in the start of this video, which was I want your opinion on something, I would quite like to hear from you guys if you're interested in kind of seeing vlogs and videos about me planning a wedding, because I would quite like to plan it in Scotland. Obviously at this point I'm not 100% sure, because especially the financial side of things is yeah, it's problematic, and that might be the one thing that might make us go for a wedding in Czech Republic, which would be cheaper, but it wouldn't be a wedding at home, and that kind of upsets me. I think that myself, I would prefer to have a wedding here because this is my home. On the inside, I feel like Scotland is my home, and I would like to be married in Scotland, where I met Simon, and where we've lived our romantic relationship this whole time. So that would make sense. And if we went to Prague, that would basically make it a destination wedding, which I don't know, how do you even plan that when you're not there? And I think that nowadays, when there's still kind of a a bit of that COVID-y, post-COVID-y thing going on. I don't know, I'm not feeling 100% about that idea. Anyway, I would love to hear your opinions. Where do you want us to get married? And would you like to see more videos about it? And maybe like a video about budgeting, or like I've reached out to a couple of venues already and I got some info on like how expensive they are. Maybe you'd be interested in that. I don't know. It might be a fun video to make. We were also super duper lucky for being approached by this one talented photographer. Her name is Bernadetta Kupiec. She does elopements and small weddings, and her whole aesthetic is very kind of like romantic Scottish. I'm gonna link all of her stuff down below in the doobly-doo, and I'm also gonna show you some of the pictures that she took of us. I was allowed to put some on Instagram as well, so I'm gonna do that later. I think that for people who haven't watched this video, which is probably gonna be quite a lot of people, they will learn about my wonderful engagement. Our wonderful engagement through that Instagram post, but you heard it here first. Anyway, if you're looking for a super talented photographer, definitely check out Bernadetta because she's amazing. Okay, second thing, and again, this is something that I will probably build a couple of videos around. We have to move house. Okay, it sounds like bad news, but actually I've been kind of hoping we would move house. It's just that when they tell you you have to, it's not as fun, but at the same time, when they don't tell you you have to, then it feels like, wow, I'm spending all this money on a move when I don't have to. That's so yeah, there's definitely a big silver lining on the fact that we were told that we should move, and also thanks to the COVID rules right now, we actually got the whole 6 months to move, which is massive. Normally when you're asked to move, they give you 2 months, that's the standard. And sometimes, if they like you, they might give you more, but we got 6 months, and I believe that's mostly because of the COVID rules that were put into place, so people don't get kicked out during a time when it's really impractical to be kicked out. Yes, so we're gonna be moving from this house, which I feel like I never really showed you much of, which means that when we move, I might do like a flat tour of this place, just so you know what sort of place we were able to afford and, what were the quirks and things like that. We have also already done some flat viewings, and I did take some footage during those, and I did take some notes of the places that we liked and how expensive they were and where they were. And maybe, I'm gonna do like a two-parter, one of which is gonna be basically a video about flat hunting itself, with maybe some tips and some experiences, some sort of like recollections of the woes that this whole process has given us, because so far it's been just frustration and not much fun. But yeah, I thought that might be helpful, because I have been getting so many messages from you about flat hunting, and it's always kind of awkward because you're like, oh, like, how do I find a flat? I'm like, yeah, how do I find a flat? I don't know, it's really hard. But I'm gonna save all the practical info for later. This is just the little personal update that we're gonna be moving. Okay, and the personal update number 3 is that I actually changed jobs in kind of a non-exciting way. I changed my role within the same company. As you might know from my previous videos, I am technically a freelancer, but I basically do have like a main contract with a company, and it's been going on for the last like 8 years now. And at a certain point, I was just in this like managerial role where I felt like, well, like this is it's nice, like it's fairly important, but I just thought if I ever left this job, I would never want to be a manager ever again. So I was basically collecting all this like knowledge and experience for a future that just wasn't on the horizon for me. So instead I said, look guys, like, can I shift into a creative role, or maybe just leave altogether? And that was, I felt quite ballsy at that moment when I was saying that, but in fact I was really kind of losing it. Like I was I was burnt out like crazy. So yeah, anyway, good news is that they did let me get that creative role, so I didn't lose my job altogether. I did move into a slightly, like a shorter hours job. I now have Fridays off, which is pretty fancy. At first I thought, okay, so that's gonna be my Friday for like shooting videos and editing and drawing and all of that. But right now I have to say that like having that Friday off is great just as a mental health day. I think what I'm kind of shooting for right now with having like a 4-day work week is, you know, sticking to what I've always been doing, but being more happy about it. Just kind of having more space for it, especially like a mental space. Yeah, it did mean that I did take a pay cut. So that's together with the wedding and the moving is a bit frustrating, but you know, you just have to kind of like do what makes you happy, or like you have to stop doing what makes you unhappy. And I'm really thankful that I was given the opportunity to be a bit flexible about this. And I gotta say that what I'm doing now is quite exciting. I'm learning a lot of new stuff. I am a graphic designer. I mostly work on like email assets and things like that, which on its own doesn't sound that exciting, but I think that for me it's just so much more exciting than management, because whenever I need to figure something out, I get to learn new things, and it's, yeah, like it's like night and day for me, because what I'm learning are actually like skills that I can use anywhere else, you know, even here or on my Instagram. It's just like, and like I'm learning to animate things, and you know, like I'm leaning more into like understanding branding and things like that. And also my colleagues are amazing. I don't know if any of them are going to be watching this, but they're always very supportive, so maybe they will. Anyway, they're great, and I think they are like the best part of the job so far. Okay, yeah, so I hope that it's clear that like most of these updates are basically good news, even though they come with quite a lot of challenges. I'm kind of scared. So far I don't really have almost anything figured out, but again, if I can at least kind of like take advantage of all of this going on in my life right now to make some new videos and also not be super burnt out, then I think, you know, that's great. Let me know in the comments below if you think that like any of this is an opportunity for like making a video that you would super love to watch. So to finish this off, obviously, thank you for watching this. If you watched this specific video all the way until the end, then that makes you definitely one of the best people who are subscribed to this channel. Yeah, because you're the people who are actually interested in me also, and not just Edinburgh, which is beautiful and amazing, but I'm also here. Oh me, poor me. Anyway, yeah, you're the best, and I really appreciate you watching this, and I will see you soon.
Been a good day?
Yeah. Things are good. What you up to?
I was going to ask if you would do one thing for me.
Oh honey, now I'm gonna cry.
That's okay too.
Ah.
Would you marry me?
Oh, I'm crying. Stop it, I put makeup on.
Yeah. I love you.
Oh, this is my favorite place. Thank you. I know I'm gonna lose it because it's gonna be too big. Oh, too pretty. I don't have any tissues or anything.
Well, I do, that's lucky.
Thank you. That's sneaky.
Yeah, I know, aren't I? Daddy catch you?
Yep.
Something cool?